Hey there, it's April here, and today I am doing my October budget. We had some unexpected expenses with the hurricane that I need to figure out, and before the storm, I was actually able to cut a few bills. I admit I'm a little disheveled this month, but I'm gonna figure it out. I've got everything that I need, plus some notes that I made while the electricity was out so that I could hopefully get everything organized to do the budget. But I am honestly feeling a little overwhelmed, so I apologize if I don't explain something fully or something might not make a little bit of sense because I'm just trying to get this together in my own brain. But all right, the easiest place to start is my no spend overview, and I have done very well even with the storm. I only had two unexpected expenses. We had Chick-fil-A when they were open for a hot meal on the 2nd, and then on the 1st, I ordered some personal USB fans from Amazon. And I gotta tell you, those little buggers were a lifesaver. We could charge them in the car and then bring them in to the house when there was no AC, and they would blow on you all night, and they lasted quite a while. So for $10 each, if you are a prepper or you think you're gonna be in any kind of storm or without electricity, I highly recommend those things. But overall, I think I did pretty good with no electricity. And there were two things that I did during the storm that I want to talk to you guys about real quick. If you have trouble with impulse spending, there are two things that I did. The first one was I removed any shopping apps from my phone. So eBay and Amazon, they went out the door. So now I have to go to the desktop and have electricity. If there's something that I really want to buy and I'm mostly too lazy for that, but seriously, that helped curb a lot of my impulse spending. And the second one, which is even bigger, was every single time I receive one of those emails that says, come check out our sale or look at our new items or anything like that, all those companies that keep bothering me, unsubscribe from them. Unsubscribe from all of them. Every time I get one, I hit unsubscribe. And even though TJ Maxx doesn't listen to me, I had to mark them as spam. It helps a lot to remove that FOMO feeling. So, two things. Remove yourself from those emails and remove any shopping apps that you think you can absolutely live without that you might have trouble with. But anyway, those were some personal reflections I had during the storm that I wanted to share with you guys. As you can see, I'd rather talk about anything other than this budget, but we're going to get through this. All right, next is my monthly overview, and I have last month here with me. So I do have some changes, but let me go ahead and fill this out. All right, so there are some differences between this month and last month. The first one is my car payment. It is my final car payment. I officially own my car, so my final payment was $116.40. Can't believe it. Own my car. Very awesome. All right, and then my internet went down to 70 from 93 simply because I called them. I was looking at options and I found AT&T has internet for 60, but I honestly do prefer Spectrum. The speed is a little faster and a little more reliable in my area. So I called them and I said, hey, I've been with you guys a long time. I don't want any promotional deals. I don't want to call back in 2 years and ask you for a new rate, but I don't want to really switch to AT&T, but I feel I'm paying too much. What can we do? And the awesome rep got me down to $70. So I'm very happy with that. I canceled Netflix. I'm all up to date on all of the shows that I like there. And we signed up with Peacock. They were having a military yearly rate of like $2.99, but with tax, it's $3.23. So I always round up. So that's $4. So that was another one. And then Mint is not a monthly bill, which I will explain when we get to the envelopes, but those are the changes this month for me. All right, so let's move on to my expenses overview. All right, let me go ahead and fill this out. Let me add up these living expenses. 1,111. Aren't all ones like a lucky number? That's pretty cool, and definitely down now since we've got a few different things going. So that's awesome. So now, oh boy. Here's where things get a little interesting. Since we didn't have electric and we went out to eat a couple times and our refrigerator without electricity for 6.5 days, we had to replace everything in the refrigerator. So I've pretty much used up all of my grocery budget, I think. So let's see here. Let's see what we're working with. Okay, so we have $1,200. I'm going to go ahead and give myself a $700 grocery budget and 50 for gas and 50 for the cats as usual. But here's what we're going to do. We're not going to put that on our essentials card because it's wrong. So we're going to take the 700 and we're going to deduct the things that we purchased. So I know there was a Chick-fil-A in there. I have them all written down. 26, 56. So those were the smaller items that we purchased. And then the big ones, replacing all of our food and our condiments. Oh boy, 89.95 and 122.50 means that I have 153.77 of my grocery budget left. So what I'm going to do is round that down to 153. So this is the actual budget, but I spent all that, so I only have 153 left. My gas, here's the other thing. People were panic buying gas, and we had to sit in our car to charge things and get out of the heat for a little bit and, all that fun stuff. So we needed gas, but we were not going to sit there and fight in lines or fight with people to get it. So what we did was we woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and drove the car down to the gas station by the highway. There was nobody there. And we were managed to fill up. My husband put most of the gas on his credit card. So I'm going to give him that 50 and call it 0 because my car has gas in it now and we're good. The cats is another thing. I get their cat food at Costco and they did not have any soft cat food available. I had to order it from the Costco website. So that was like 32 and some change. So we're going to take 33 of that and they have 17 left, which I think is about enough for litter. Yay. All right, so here's what we do. We're going to take that 17 and the 153 and we're going to put 170 on the essentials card because the rest of it is spent. So that's what that card is getting. And hopefully I picked the right groceries to last us the rest of the month. All right, now let's see what we've got left for envelopes. So we're going to take our income, deduct that final car payment, living expenses, and then we don't deduct the 170 because that's just what's going on the card, but we're going to deduct that 700 and that other 100. And that leaves us with 400 for our balances and envelopes. So I know that's what goes on the card, but this was the actual amount that I budgeted out. Very important because you don't want to give yourself more money than you have. Let me double check all of my math here. Yep. So see, total income, 2428. All of these added up is 2028, and that leaves us with 400 for our envelopes. Oh, I feel so much better now that that's done. All right, let's move on to the fun page. All right, here's my envelopes, my cash envelopes. Here we go. Balance from expenses is 400. And my previous month is 751. So now I have a total of 1151 in my envelopes. All right, so let me fill out all my high and low priorities. All right, now that that's out, let me carry over my balances as the start balance. Okay, so here is my 751. Now we're going to add in that 400, and I have to do a couple of changes. So I actually was supposed to pull out one of those smaller amounts that I deducted from my grocery budget was actually for the fans, but I'm just going to leave it. I don't need to really fix that. I think I'm okay. So that was one of the things that I was supposed to fix on here, but it's okay. We're good. We're good. Yeah. The other thing is that you will notice that on last month, I had Mint Mobile as a living expense, and now it is an envelope. And the reason for that is that I switched to a yearly plan with them. So for my 3 phones, it's $51 a month. It is definitely much cheaper to do the yearly plan. It's only 5 gigs a month, but it's honestly plenty. You know, we go off the Wi-Fi at home. We don't really go out a lot of places. So I'm happy with that. I think that's a very, very good deal. Anyway, now Mint Mobile is an envelope instead of a living expense. Let's work on getting this 400 out. So the first thing that we need to do is put another 50 in tax and tag to make that 100. Another 25 in property tax to make that 50. Another 106 in car insurance to make that 2 12. Another 71 in dental to make that 142. I'm going to recheck my math here. I think I'm right. Another 52 for dental, which will make that 104. We're going to leave the emergency alone right this second. Put another 51 in our Mint Mobile, making that 102. Let's take our 400. Okay, and that leaves us with 45. I'm just going to kind of make a note right here. And then let me make sure this is correct. Yes, that's correct. Yes, that's correct. Okay, so we have 45 left. And what I'm going to do is give $2 of that to my Switch so that I have that. 43. Oy, oy, oy. We're going to give 40 to savings challenges. So that'll give us 84 in there, and that leaves us with a whole $3. And we're going to put that in the emergency fund. I know you're probably like, why are you giving savings challenges $40? Well, a lot of my savings challenge money does actually go back into these. So I play it, and then I'll put it in emergency or household or whatever. So every month I'm just going to give savings challenges $40-ish. But speaking of savings challenges, okay, so my savings challenges needed an overhaul. Okay, so first let me say, I can't play that many challenges. I just don't have the budget. So I went with just 5 of them. So I'm going to be playing my own bingo. I love mini games, so I'm going to be playing whatever mini games I can get my hands on. My Save 5 journey. I'll always play with my Busy Bee cards, and then I wanted to, of course, do scratch-offs. So I will have to live vicariously through you guys playing and watch your videos to see other stuff, but that's it. So I consolidated everything from last month, and I was $7.50 short. So we already know of that 40, we have $32.50. So here's what I'm going to do. Up here, see, this was last month, and I'm just continuing on the same sheet. So here I'm going to write that I have $32.50 when I play next. So that's the amount that I have to play. I just want to show you the pretty stuff I made. So I not only made these little envelope pouches to hold all of like my mini games. See, they're all in there. And then I got this one for all my scratch offs are in there. My Save 5 journey is in this one. And then for my bingo one, I'm actually going to laminate the tracker and keep it in here. But yeah, I liked what I made and I want to use it. I guess when I'm doing the savings challenge video, I'll figure out beforehand exactly how I'm going to do this with my budget. But anyway, at least everything is correct and I am back on track. So thank you guys for watching me fix my budgeting circus. Join me this Saturday for our first members only bingo video. I have a little something extra going on for you guys. You don't want to miss that. So I will see you soon. Stay safe out there. Bye, guys.